Thank you, sir. It is in the presence of our honorable guest that the House has witnessed a historic memorable day. Now I request our worthy guest of honor, the Minister of State, Syed Zulfikar Abbas Bukhari, Special Assistant to the Prime Minister for Overseas Pakistanis, to come on the stage and address the House. Please, sir.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Firstly, I'm humbled and honored that I was invited to this beautiful ceremony today. मेरे MD साहब ने मेरे लिए बहुत एक खूबसूरत 5 पेजेस की या 50 पेजेस की स्पीच लिखी है. लेकिन I'm extremely sorry to put your effort to waste. I arrived back from Lahore very late last night, so didn't have an opportunity to go through the book. So I'll have to ignore it, so apologies for your lost efforts. My secretary unfortunately couldn't make it today, but he sends his best. I would like to give my respects and salam to Mrs. Shaina Masood, who herself is a Fulbright scholar. And I've just witnessed her tremendous work here at OPF, and I wish her all the success moving forward. And inshallah, with someone like you leading from the front, we will always be there. I want to say a special thanks to my MD, Dr. Saab, because Sheikh Saab is always, since I've taken over, as whenever I've needed help, whenever I've needed advice, whenever I've needed any form of information, let it be sometimes at 2 in the morning even, he's always, for some reason, up and provides it and helps, and you've really been a driving force when it comes to OPF. So, congratulations. I want to, again, reiterate how honored I am to be in this annual prize distribution, the oath ceremony of the Students' Council. I want to emphasize on the importance of giving time to your education. I have lived abroad, studied abroad most of my life. I have a special attachment with OPF because my little sister studied there many years ago. And when I moved to Pakistan, OPF was a school, which still is, but it was a school that everyone used to look up to. The waiting list used to be longer than ever, and I don't think my father had done more safarsha to get my little sister into a school than he did for OPF. So I remember those days quite eagerly. And I want to say something which I want to apologize actually to the parents and to the students. And my apology is because, unfortunately, since I've taken over, we only had 100 days. I took over when I only had 6 weeks until the 19th becomes 100 days. So I apologize that I couldn't put OPF schools and education as my top priority in these few weeks because we had other concerns that we had to address first. So I apologize that it wasn't part of the 100-day plan, but I assure you it's part of the next 100-day plan for sure. I believe we're opening a university in F-8, so that's obviously going to be on top of our agenda. Me and MD Saab are looking very closely at all the schools. We're looking to revamp them. We're looking to bring them up to even a better standard that they are, or after witnessing today, I'd say bring them up to the standard of the F-8 campus, inshallah. I want to address, after seeing all the various students today, I want to just say to them that academia is something which you strive for. It's something which, when you get to a later stage of life where I am today, one of my biggest regrets was that why didn't I just study that little bit more so I could have gone to that slightly better university and I would have had a slightly better CV and it would have just looked better than the time. I generally used to argue with my father that it wasn't important. I said, look, I'm going to be going into business. I don't really need it. You know, as long as I get through university, it doesn't matter. But take it from me, someone who's traveled the world, done business all around the world, it really does matter. Every single minute, every single sweat of blood you put into this, will you find a fruitful result in later in your future. It's something that can never be taken away from you. Business can be taken away from you. Money can be taken away from you. Education can never be taken away from you. It's something which stays with you. Just touching on education, you have two forms. You have academia, but then you also have education as a society. I was really pleased to see the slide of the society which had comprised of environment and mental health and various other departments. All around education is not only from the books. It comes from being inclusive. I gave lots of awards today with various types of students. I appeal to my students over here, to the parents over here, to the teachers, to the principal, that always Pakistan, and unfortunately the world, is positioned at a place today where it's become a fragmented society. It's the job of the youth, it's the job of the students, the future of tomorrow, to try to make society as inclusive as you can. Meaning, building tolerance, accepting one another. Your fellow student might be from a different race, creed, religion, or perhaps from the same religion, but following it in a different way than you do. You have to always show inclusiveness. Education, the worst thing about education is when it's just a donkey carrying books. It doesn't serve any purpose. Education, the point of education, the point of academia, is to free your mind. Break all the barriers that you're confined with without it. Education is supposed to enlighten you. Enlighten comes with tolerance, it comes with ikhlaq. Our beloved Prophet, peace be upon him and his family, always in the beginning stage of his prophethood, only concentrated on ikhlaq, mannerism, the way you treat one another. So, when we read his earlier part of life, when we read his ahadith towards the end of the world, the only thing that any faith, any God, any religion teaches you is your ethics, is the ethos of your moral ethics. Unfortunately, I think Pakistan, because of certain governments, we lost ethics along the way, we lost morality as a whole. But the bright side is that we have nearly a 60% population of youth, meaning that we can now rebuild our moral stature in society, because it's in the hands of the youth. And so youth, we can evolve, we can make them adapt, we can teach them, they're sponges, they can absorb, and that's what we need to do as an all-around education for everybody. So again, I would just say to all the students there that be very inclusive, work for yourself, but also work for one another. I saw your election campaign, एक आपकी president की थी, एक हमारी prime minister की थी, and it was very heartening to see such junoon in an election campaign. The good thing of it, which I saw, was that regardless of who won, who didn't win, the atmosphere, the ownership of one another was still there, regardless of who the winner was. I will wrap up and say I was extremely pleased and again humbled that I was invited here today. I wish we had done this earlier. Again, I give you my word that if I'm still in this position, I will definitely put this as my top 100-day agenda coming forward for all the schools of OPF and the education system of the OPF school. One last point that's come to me, because I didn't rehearse Dr. Sa's speech, so it's running. The last thing is that the OPF schools, I also will tell you, since media is here, will state that the OPF schools is something which we need to concentrate on further for our overseas students, for our students whose parents or parent is away working in different countries across the world, in different lands, sending their money back to educate their child. I will make sure that we give special emphasis to those students whose parents or parents are away and that are here to learn. They will always have the first priority in these schools. Thank you.